puppy. Aw, there you are. Hi. Hey, did you miss me? I'm sorry I was gone for so long. Oh, look at you. Twitching your ears and wagging your tail. I guess someone's happy to see me, isn't he? Did you miss me? Do you want mommy's attention? Do you want her to pick you up and play with you again? Is that what my little puppy wants? Yeah, you want my attention? I told you I don't speak wolf. First, you have to do something for me. You know what to do when I put my finger under your chin, yes? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Open your mouth. Lick. Slowly. I like this. How you suckle so gently, so devotedly on my finger. You'll do anything to please me, won't you? Of course you will. You are my familiar. You like making me happy. And I like seeing you happy. But you do look kind of gloomy. What's wrong, honey? Is it the weather? Are you upset about being stuck inside the shrine? Do you want to go outside? Oh, darling, you can't. Not right now. It's raining quite heavily. Your fur will get all soaked, and then your ears will get all droopy, and then you'll catch a cold. I can't have that. Although, your ears are quite droopy already. Come here, baby. Come on. Come on, I've got you. There we go. Your fur feels so soft and warm. Why, it's almost as soft as my tails. Oh, are my tails being mean to you again? Swishing in front of your face, tickling your nose. And you, you're swiping your little paws at them. Aren't you just precious? Oh, it's not your fault. You're just a little wolf pup now. Of course you'd do something silly like that. Well, what is it? Why is my puppy sad? You may have lost the ability to speak, but I can still understand you. We share a bond, remember? As witch and familiar. So, tell me, were you sad because I left without telling you? But you were sleeping so peacefully. I thought you'd still be asleep when I returned. But I guess the sounds of the storm woke you up. Yeah. You were curled up at the foot of my bed. But at some point you got up, climbed onto the sofa in front of the hearth, and fell asleep again. Cute. Well, I'm here now, and you're nestled nice and snug on my shoulder. Mommy's got you, see? You wanted me to pick you up, didn't you? Of course you did. Boop. Cute thing. You're not feeling sick, right? No. I would know if you were unwell. You're just... It's this weather, isn't it? All gray and overcast and rainy. Nothing but the downpour. Raindrops trickling down the trees and leaves down to the dry undergrowth, quietly and endlessly. The entire forest is blanketed in rain, and beyond the fringes of the forest, at the foot of the hill, so is your village. Do you miss it? Oh, darling, it's only been a few days since you started your sentence. You remember the deal we made, yes? You're going to serve me as my familiar, to make amends for sneaking into my home and trying to steal from me. That is your punishment, little pup. If you're good and useful, and I'm convinced you've learned to respect me properly, then I will turn you back. and we'll consider your punishment concluded. But that won't be for quite some time yet. You are interested in making up for your mistakes, right? I can just release you into the woods and you can live out the rest of your life as a wolf. Your eyes tell me you're afraid. Don't be. It wasn't a threat, sweetie. Mwah. I'm only giving you a choice. Boop. Are you sure you're fine with our arrangement? Then blink twice. Good. Now say woof. Oh, good boy. If you really want to stay here longer, then I guess you can. But you're going to have to let me take proper care of you. You must be thirsty. Okay then, let's get you something to drink. Little puppies need to stay warm and hydrated and get plenty of sleep. You're doing splendidly at least one of them. Oh, I'm only teasing. I've not given you much work yet. It's only been a few days. You need time to adjust to your new life. Eventually, I'll have you gather herbs and berries from the forest. Fetch me all sorts of ingredients for my potions. And you did scare away that squirrel last night just by woofing. Good job. I have such a fierce little pet, protecting me from fluffy rodents. Here you go. Open your mouth. Why are you looking at me like that? You said you were thirsty. This is warm milk. And it's in such a cute little bottle, too. Don't be shy. Drink up. What? Would you rather lap it up from a bowl? You don't have opposable thumbs anymore. So I'll just have to feed this to you, won't I? It's a special kind of bottle, used to feed baby animals. Open your mouth, baby. Drink up. There we go. Good job. Did you like it? Shh, easy. Drink slowly. You good? Okay, here you go. Have some more. Good boy. Finish the bottle. Take your time. The rain still hasn't let up. I wonder if it's going to rain all day. Oh dear, what gloomy weather. Most depressing. But at least it's warm and cozy in here. And my puppy is with me. Oh wow, you finished that bottle quickly. I'll be feeding you like this every day then. Oh, your face. Oh, I just can't. Oh, you precious little thing. Oh, come here, puppy. Let mommy cuddle you for a little while longer. You feel so soft and reassuring in my arms. What about you, though? Are you feeling a bit better? You sure? I don't think so. My pet still looks a little bit sad. But I know how to fix that. How about some scritchies? Do you want some scritchies? That feels good, doesn't it? Your owner gently scraping her nails on your fur. Especially here, right behind your ears. Oh, you really like that. Your eyes are half closed in bliss, and your mouth is hanging open. Don't drool all over my carpet, though, or I'll make you clean it up. Maybe not. I can't be mean to such a cute little baby. Does my baby want head pats? Nice and firm and slow. Gentle little head pats. Just like this. Do you like that? How lovely. I'm happy I can help my familiar relax. This is fun for me too. Your fur is so silky smooth. and your reactions are simply precious. And you're such a good boy. I've not had to punish you once since you've transformed. You're doing really well. I'm pleased to see you adjusting so well. How about we sit down on the sofa now? You can lie down on my lap, and I'll keep playing with those little puppy ears. There we are. Are you comfy? Pet? My, it's almost like you're under a spell. Do my nails really feel so nice? Or is it my lap? Never mind. You don't need to woof for that one. I already know. You thought about doing this while you were still human, didn't you? Resting your head on my thighs, blissfully drifting off to dreams as I played with your hair. Well, too bad. I can't possibly let a boy I don't know take advantage of me like this. A cute, innocent little wolf pup, though? That's just fine, I guess. I've teased you for enough today. I don't want to be mean, I just can't help it. I want to squish you. Oh, you really are cute. And so docile. I'm sorry for teasing you. Can you forgive me? Sweetie? There was once someone very much like you, you know? A young man in a village not too different from your own. Barely old enough to live on his own, barely strong enough to work in the fields. But he tried anyway. He worked in his small field from dawn to dusk until he collapsed from exhaustion. Then returned to his small hut where he washed away the day's grime and toil and went to bed, thinking of what else he could do, for thoughts were all he had for company. Because living alone is difficult. And in those days, the sun was harsh and unforgiving. The soil was poor, and the children, they often went to sleep hungry. People had tried various things to farm better, but the heat and the dust always rendered their best laid plans fruitless. And thus, every day was a struggle to survive. But no matter what happened, the young man refused to give up hope. "It'll be okay," he used to tell himself in the mirror every morning as the sun blazed outside. "Everything will be just fine. It's a promise." One day, he saw a strange woman on the edge of his farmland. She was beautiful, but her ears were those of a fox, and her tails. He was drawn to them immediately. He had never seen something quite like them. But before he could say anything, the woman turned into a fox before his very eyes and fled inside the forest. His mother had told him bedtime stories about such women when he was but a child. Celestial fox maidens who lived in the heavens and only descended to the earth during times of great prosperity or misfortune. Kitsunes. He lay awake in his bed for a long time that night, trying to remember her face. The next day, he set aside some food and water for the fox, almost an offering, hoping she'd return. And she did. This time, she stayed long enough for them to share names. "Will you be back tomorrow?" he asked her. "Yes," she replied, then disappeared inside the forest again. Before long, the two of them became friends. She began to linger around his house and stayed longer each time, talking about everything. He asked her if she'd come to the human realm to herald an age of great change. But she looked at him puzzled and said she'd simply fallen from heaven. The young man, not wishing to offend her by projecting his ideas of her, left it at that. and in due time, they grew very close. She started spending the long evenings in his hut, watching as he worked, until the last light of the sun disappeared into the night. Although the land was barren and he was only human, he never stopped doing the only thing he could to help others. His simplicity and resolve moved her deeply. She eventually confided in him that she was hiding from the sun. The sun god wanted her as his bride, and the other gods expected her to consent. It was supposed to be a great honor. But she didn't like the sun god. How harshly his flames burnt over the lower realms. And so she slipped out of heaven one night while he was sleeping and followed the twinkling stars until she reached the earth. There was a sense of lingering guilt in her. She expected to be judged, but her human companion told her she could stay with him for as long as she wanted. After all, he smiled, life is too brief not to follow your own heart. And so, as fall turned to winter and winter to spring, the sun kept burning intensely in the sky, and their love blossomed, and they saw each other as soulmates, a human farmer and a fox goddess, finding happiness within each other. This didn't go unnoticed by the other gods. One day, the human left the fox to tend to the dying crops at the very edge of the village. He promised her he'd be back soon, and she, a divine woman, but a woman in love, believed him. And the sun god heard their promise. As the hours passed and her love didn't return, the Kitsune grew worried. She left his home to look for him. He was right where he said he'd be, but he was alone. The patch of grass around him was dyed red in blood, and a few yards from him, there was the corpse of a wild boar. Her love was struggling to breathe. She understood what had happened as she begged him not to leave her all alone. She asked him why he'd not simply run away. Why did he have to risk his life to save a few acres of dying crop? It wasn't fair. His pulse grew faint and cold, and the light began to leave his eyes. And yet she begged him to stay. "What am I going to do without you?" she whispered, heartbroken, in tremendous pain like nothing she'd felt before. "It's okay," he said, clasping her hand weakly. "Everything is going to be just fine. It's a promise." He smiled, because he finally got to say it to someone else, to the one he loved. And as his soul departed from its host, she gathered his lifeless body in her arms and returned to heaven. And she realized she was crying. And that is when it began to rain for the first time. For the first time, the fields turned fertile, and the people had all the food they needed. No one went to sleep hungry. Her darling's dream had come true, but he wasn't around to see it. And it's said whenever it rains, it's because the fox goddess is thinking of her first true love and weeping tears in heaven. She should have never let him go on his own. She could have bound his soul to hers, turned him into a familiar, but she grew sentimental. "Hey, puppy, it's a good thing I don't make such mistakes, isn't it?" "Puppy? Did you fall asleep? As much as I'm happy to let you rest on my lap, I think I'm feeling a bit sleepy myself. Come on, puppy. Time to go to bed." "Hey, I know I said you'd sleep at the foot of my bed the last few days, but I was wondering, would you like to sleep beside me tonight?" I'll keep you safe and warm under the covers and give you cuddles, lots of them. That sounds nice, doesn't it? Would you like that? I don't like the silent treatment. You can't decide when you're asleep on my lap like this. Fine, I guess. I'll just decide for you then.